Hello humans, this is Random Visage and welcome to the Random Channel. Today we're going to be playing Rogue's Choice, Chapter 10, Medieval Fantasy. Now, it's been insanely long time since I last recorded. I came down with jaundice and then like this and that and the other fucking thing. Like, it was ridiculous. And like, holy shit. Like, I went through a fucking lot in the last fucking few days. I think it's been like, been like 2 months since I last recorded one of these chapters of Rogue's Choice, and I do remember my blood debt. I am still holding on to that. I will kill Kriya and everyone and fucking else that was involved in all that bullshit that I went through. I'm not gonna forget that fucking humiliation. But we will continue onwards. I think there's a recap here, so we'll just read that. I'm not gonna give a recap of my own. Chapter 10, An Unexpected Temptation. Rogue's Choice, Chapter 10 by Sam Landstrom. There is no the other guy this time. I forgot the other guy's name. Content warning: there are more than usual sexual references in this chapter, so this may not be suitable for younger readers and players. Now, the question is, what do you mean by more than usual sexual references? Like, yes, there are sexual innuendos in every chapter and, sexual connotations here and there. But more than usual sounds like is there like a sex scene in here or something? Because I do remember, like, you would think that there would not be a sex scene in one of these games. But I do specifically remember one of the last chapters of Medieval Fantasy Wizard's Choice had a very raunchy sexual scene with well, I can't give too much details out, just in case you have not watched that or read it on your own. Either way is fine by me. Anyhow, a recap. Disguised as Dark Elf, you and Kriya have gained entrance to the Duke's castle while tracking a Thog priestess who has taken the likeness of Bonebrow, captain of guards. Having been poisoned by the priestess, Kriya left you paralyzed in the servants' quarters as she went to seek aid from Kalak, the Duke's wizard. A demon, Azazel, came in and kissed you, inciting Egro to break the effects of the poison, allowing you to flee. I gotta say though, I still don't like this ritual that they do. So essentially what they do is the highest people of the society go to the outer ring, and some people of the outer ring join them in a procession, and then the people of the middle ring join them, and then the people of the inner ring join them until they get to the castle, which is fucking retarded. It's such a fucking like safety hazard. Like, think of it like it is insane how much of a safety hazard that is. Like, nowadays a prime minister can go to one of the like a slum or something, because the security detail is much more advanced. Plots can be uncovered much faster, and the guards, and well, guards were back then as well, but snipers and a lot of other things are being checked, so it's not going to be that much of a danger for a president or a prime minister now to go into like backward areas. But back in the day, doing this whole procession, that's just asking to be assassinated by someone. But I don't know why they do this sort of thing, but okay. Anyhow, so we're outside. We got kissed by that one demon lady, Azazel. The name brings back memories, gotta say though. Azazel was, if I'm not insane, Azazel was the demon that worked for that big demon Nerul, right? Yeah, the god demon Nerul that we killed in the first one. Yeah, Azazel worked for her as far as I can remember, and then Azazel ran away after we killed Nerul. So I think that that might be her. But then again, I didn't play Demon's Choice, so I'm not gonna be too sure as to what Azazel is doing here, and I'm not gonna be playing that anyway. But well, we can just imagine. I'm just imagining that that's the Azazel we're talking about. It's not just a random demon. But okay, Egra, what in the nine hells am I supposed to do? You say. I've been thinking, by the way, just a random last thought, and after that we're gonna continue. I've been thinking. I think I read too fast. And I don't emphasize the word sometimes, so I'm gonna try and slow down my reading, because I was watching some Disco Elysium. It's a game, and I just felt that the narrator empowers the word, empowers the words that are coming out if I would just read them out, I don't have an impressive voice for it, so I gotta work it out with skill to some extent. So, Egra, what in the nine hells am I supposed to do? You say. A demon? I know nothing of such evil. Hide, champion, says Egra. You're good at that. I shall hide as well. No, do not go silent now. I need counsel, you say. It is no use. You already feel her presence has fled you. Well, I don't understand. Why does she hide? Like, even if they find her, like, she can just go back to her father, right? As far as I know, she does not reside inside the amulet. She just like spreads her consciousness to the amulet. And why would her father allow her to be in such a dangerous situation where she could actually be killed if someone like some religious person grabs the amulet and destroys it or some shit? I'm not sure, but whatever. Also, if she wants to hide herself, the amulet should, look like something normal, like just a random locket or some shit. It just looks like a big ass skull with bones on it. So like anyone's attraction, anyone's eyes would go dart to that. So I don't know why he chose such an absurd design, but okay. Where were we? Coward, you shout in your mound. For a moment, you are tempted to fling the pendant off, yet you know you could not bring yourself to do it. So basically, this is how fucked this situation is. We're basically charmed by this Egra goddess, and then we're also charmed by, Kriya. So essentially, we're a puppet, doing whatever everyone else wants. We have literally no free will of our own. I might as well kill ourselves at this point. I think that would be much better. Saves us some trouble. Anyhow, where were we? Again, I'm getting confused where I was. Okay, but yeah, I already read all this. Instead, you hurry towards the sound of the celebration. Maybe the crowd can serve as cover. When you enter the great hall, you're momentarily distracted by the splendor of jewel-encrusted statues inlaid in walls and columns. You really need to revisit these halls when there isn't anyone around, perhaps in the dead of the night. I don't think that's a good idea. As you move your way through the throng, you earn more than one raised eyebrow. Your worn cloak and breeches do not compare well to the fine clothing here. Yeah, what happened to my clothing? I forgot about that. I should be in the dark elf form, right? You stand on your tippy toes searching for Kriya. Lady Wellington, her hand on her round stomach, is surrounded by her wide smiling, finely dressed entourage. The impostor, who has assumed the form of Bonebrow, stands nearby with several guards in the area. He is watchful, his eyes sweeping over the audience. You duck behind a dancing couple before he spots you. Looking up, the Duke stands at the top of the stairway, like a statue, flanked by armored knights. Where is that blasted witch Kriya, you wonder? Kriya claimed that she was going to look for Wizard Kalak. You suppose that if you can find Kalak, you can find her. The last time you saw the wizard, he was up on the banister of the grand stairway overseeing the ceremony, but he is not visible now. You just said he was right there. What, didn't he say he was just right there? Wait, hold on, where is it? And you look up, the Duke stands at the top. Oh, it's the Duke that's standing on top. I was like, where's Kalak then? I thought they were talking about the Kalak was standing on top of the stairs or whatever. It's the Duke. Okay. Where is the king? That's the question. Let's see. Man, it's been a fucking while. I'm getting confused where I was. You suppose that if you find Kalak, you can find her. The last time you saw the wizard, he was up on the banister of the grand stairway, overseeing the ceremony, but he is not visible now. Maybe he's still up on the stairway somewhere, just out of sight. On the other hand, you might as well, you might just ask around to determine Kriya's whereabouts, and failing that, ask after Kalak. What does that even mean? You ask about Kriya's whereabouts, and failing that, ask after Kalak. That is an absurd way to write it, and I have no clue what that means. But it feels like they're saying that if I can't find Kriya, I should go after Kalak. You spot the dwarves nearby, amongst them Thelmer and Horm. They are ordinary, but are probably trustworthy and ought not to care that you're dressed as a commoner. Another option would be a pair of minstrels, man and woman, who have been relieved by other performers. You've always liked minstrels. Fucking hell, this is difficult. I was thinking of just going straight to Kalak, but I don't know what's the best idea on this. You know what, fuck it, let's be bold for once. I usually don't take the bold route in these. I'm just always like pussyfooting around in this. Well, probably that's the reason why I've survived in this world for so long. But fuck it, let's just go straight up the fucking stairway to the banister. To begin up the stairway, you're only gone up 2 steps when one of the knights spot you, clank down towards you. He says, where do you think you're going? The Duke glances down at you. Another knight begins down the stairs as the third stays at his post next to the Duke. That's not exactly a good option. Sorry, I got turned around. I see the Duke. I see Kalak. Yeah, I don't think they are gonna care if I say that sort of stuff. But I got turned around. You say, without waiting for a response. You quickly walk away. Dressed like an outer ringer, you hear from behind. We'll let you in here. Pretending not to hear them, you press into the crowd of dancers. Okay, that was not a good idea, I guess. In your hasty retreat from the crowd, you bump into a straggling woman. I wondered when you'd get around to asking me to dance, she says and giggles. You've been watching me, you ask. Your hindquarters, yes. Who is this? Is this the demon again? Is it Azazel? Your hindquarters, yes. I don't understand what's with women and asses. Like, I don't understand, legitimately. Like, if you're a woman who's into pegging or like, transsexual or like a transvestite or something with like a cock, so you want to fuck some guy in the ass, that's understandable that you would eye the ass. But I don't understand why normal like straight women eye like men's ass. Like, it doesn't really make sense. Like, a dude would look at like a woman's ass, which is understandable because that she's attractive because it's what it is what is going to be plowed essentially. But I don't understand the vice versa situation. Like, I've literally never understood what is the logic behind that. But regardless, she puts her hand to her mouth and with a smile. Did I say that aloud? Did I say that aloud, not out loud? Okay, I like this one. If you do not ravish her, I will find a new champion who will, says Egra playfully. Now be polite and dance with her. Now the question is, what the fuck are you doing in my mind now? Just go back to your fucking indent or whatever. This is a comely woman and she appears to be very friendly. This is a welcome change from your encounter with Night. You certainly don't need a godling in your head to tell you to dance with a beautiful woman. You wrap one hand around her back and and take her hand with the other. I seriously need to stop fucking blubbering on my words. It's been a while since I recorded. Apologies. The woman laughs and follows your lead as you whisk her out into the swirling crowd. Now, I am wearing the shitty rags, right? I still don't remember why am I wearing shitty rags. As far as I can remember, I was wearing dark elf clothes and I was as a dark elf. And then I should be still as a dark elf, but I don't understand why are they saying my clothes are shitty. I don't remember at all what happened in the fucking 9th chapter then with the clothes at least. Anyhow, although not at home with formal dance, you are an excellent dancer, especially with raucous music and an intoxicated partner, both of which you have now. You swirl her around, dip her, she whoops and embraces you as she claps her hand on one cheek of your derriere. You have a great deal of confidence for a man dressed like a drifter, she says in your ear. What do you say? Perhaps I'm in disguise? No, obviously we're gonna go with this one. It's the man underneath the clothes that matters. It is what under my clothes that... No, that's not how you're supposed to phrase it. You're supposed to say it's the man underneath the clothes that matter. That goes to show like your honor and like how much of like as a person you are a much bigger than yourself. Now it just sounds like you're talking about your dick. It's what under my clothes that matters, you say in her ear. You are naughty, she says in mock chastisement as she pushes you away. A moment later, she pulls you in close again, pressing her abdomen against your groin. Her abdomen against your groin? Wait, is she small in size? Yet I do not disagree with your words, she whispers. She pulls away teasingly, then does a twirl. What is your name, stranger?